Welcome to another edition of Fins Up, Stronger Together, Miami Dolphin fans, football fans. Welcome on in. Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every week. That's right. The Dolphins have taken care of business yet again as they beat the great Chicago Cubbies. Little bears. Little Cubbies. They're not bears. They didn't roar this weekend. They wimiced. Is that a word? They whimpered. The Cubbies whimpered. 27-14 against the Bears. And Mr. Marshall, we remember Mr. Marshall, had a few choice words with Mr. Cutler after the game, in which he blown up at Cutler, saying, "Get your job done." Brandon Marshall, who needs him? Quite honestly, when we have Mr. Wallace, Mr. Jarvis Landry, now a starter. Heartline, I still have confidence in you. I know you're still somewhere there. You're going to turn it around. Mr. Clay, wow, what a great tight end. Anyway, just want to give you some of my thoughts of this past week. While it was, definitely a huge win for us, again, the Dolphins, I'm being honest here, haven't been able to prove that they could reach their goal, and that goal, like every team, is to be a consistent football team. We have yet in this season, albeit it's still kind of early stages of it, or approaching, the halfway mark, we have yet to win 2 games in a row. No matter how good this team looks one week, they look just as equally bad the following week. I think for the Dolphins to be viewed as a threat, they actually have to put together not only consistent games, but quite honestly, it has to be consistent quarters. The Dolphins have scored in all 4 quarters twice this season against the Patriots and the Bears and the little Cubbies. But then again, we have also allowed 2 teams to score in all 4 quarters, and this was one of them was the loss to the Packers. The Dolphins, I think the last 3 games, it kind of gives us an idea of what direction the team could be going in. Over the last 3 games, the Dolphins have a +1 in the turnover battle. While it isn't a great ratio, a team that wins a turnover battle usually wins the game. And dare I say that Ryan Tannehill actually has played like a franchise quarterback over the last 3 games as well. Now, I know I've been a little bit harsh on him, but he's been showing some signs. Thrown for 799 yards, 6 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. The biggest stat that is that Ryan Tannehill is finally getting a chance to run the ball, averaging 44 yards a game. Pretty good. The play calling is finally starting to be consistent, allowing the offense, I think, to get a little bit more comfortable. And as of that, a result, like I said, Jarvis Landry, Charles Clay, they're starting to, come into their own, be alive. I think they have 19 completions and 2 touchdowns in the last 3 games. These 2 are, definitely playmakers that can help this offense to continue to get a lot better. The team, though, right now is 3-3. Again, showing that they're consistently inconsistent. They have also shown they have the talent to be a consistent team. Coaching, again, and execution will be something that decides Miami's season. In 10 of the last 12 quarters, the Dolphins, 10 of the last 12 quarters, the Dolphins, they really, the Dolphins, how can I put this? In the 10 out of the last 12 quarters that the Dolphins have played in, they show that they have been the dominant team. The Dolphins need, I think, to prove to themselves that they continuously play at a great level. And next up for us is the perfect opportunity to prove that against the 1-6 Jags. We have to be consistent. If we're not consistent, we're not going to compete for the wild card. And I've liked what I've seen out of Tannehill last couple of 3 games. So Landry coming alive, like I said, Clay coming alive. Interesting to see what will happen. As a fantasy football note, my team now, your buddy, your pal, my team now is 6-1. 6-1, and I am, guess what, ranked number 1 in the division. Let me just give you a rundown of who is on my team right now. 6-1, and with some of my receivers, you would have thought that I really shouldn't be where I am, but lo and behold, 6-1. I have the fewest points allowed in the whole league. I believe I'm 3rd out of 14 as far as the highest points. But I have Peyton Manning. I have Giovanni Bernard. I have Darren McFadden as the other running back. Torrey Smith as the wide receiver. I also have Reuben Randall. I have Odom Beckham. I have Brandon LaFell. Antonio Gates, Jarvis Landry. I have the Eagles D, who's been killer, to rank number 1 D in special teams. I have Danny Amendola, who's done absolutely garbage, nothing for me. I have Deion Thomas that I picked up. I actually had Keyshawn Moreno, not Deion Thomas, Daniel Thomas. I had Keyshawn Moreno, who got injured. I picked up Thomas, and gave me 25 yards. He's on the bench as insurance. But yeah, how about me in fantasy football? Killing it. Killing it. Killing it. That is it. Until next time, adios, over and out.